If you've got a long list of, say, 25 colleges and universities you're interested in, how do you narrow that list down to 6 to 10 to apply to? That's what we're talking about today. Hey y'all, it's Kayla from My Options, where we empower students to explore colleges and careers with free tools, advice, and encouragement. Welcome to Friday 5, our Life Beyond High School gut check with critical advice to guide your college and career journey in 5 minutes or less. Be sure to like and subscribe so you get our updates. Today we're talking about how to narrow and balance your college list. So far in this series, we've considered if college is right for you, how to figure out what you want and need from a college, and how to build your initial college list. Now, we want to narrow and balance your college list to a set of 6 to 10 schools you will actually apply to. First, don't forget to know your numbers. Knowing your GPA and ACT and SAT scores and class rank help compare your numbers to different colleges' student profiles. An easy way to do this is to Google admitted student profile with the college name. If you built your list using My Options, you can also look at each school's admission selectivity. This will tell you the percentage of students that apply who are admitted. Next, make sure your high school courses match the high school course admission requirements. Some colleges and academic programs require certain classes to be on your high school transcript to be admitted, whether those classes are completed or still in progress. For example, many engineering programs require that the high school student has taken high school calculus. You can typically find this information on a college website, but the admission office staff is there to help too. You should also consider your values and priorities as you narrow this list. Remember to ask yourself, is this school ready for me? Do they have what I want or need? My Options can easily show you lots of school features like majors offered, school size, and location. Remember, this is your college search and decision, so be sure to prioritize what is important to you. Finally, don't forget that a college should be affordable for you. Within the My Options app, you can see the cost of tuition, room and board, and other expenses. You can also see the average debt of a graduate, the average financial aid awarded, and the percentage of students that receive financial aid. This can start to build a picture of affordability for you. Also, it's not always true that your final cost at a private school will be more expensive than a public school. Final cost is the estimated tuition and fees, room and board, and supplies like textbooks, minus scholarships and financial aid. So don't discount any school type without first doing the research so you can make an informed choice. It's likely at this point some schools have naturally fallen off your list. That's great news. The whole point is to get to a list of schools to apply to without overwhelming yourself. For those that remain, you'll want to think about how to bucket these colleges into 3 main categories: likely, target, and reach. These buckets are a mix of what you bring to the table and how competitive their admission process is. Likely schools are those that typically admit a student with your academic profile. Depending on how selective they are, you're more likely to get in because your numbers are at the top of their admitted student profile. Target schools are those where you fall squarely within their student profile. Even though there's a chance you won't get in, there should probably be more target schools on your list than the other 2 buckets. These are the schools you're aiming for. Reach schools stretch you to aim high. Your profile might fall to the lower end of their admitted student profile, so there is a chance you'll get in, and they're still worth applying to. You can build a balanced list by having at least 2 schools in each category, or a minimum of 6 total. You can always add more, but try to keep your total list to no more than 10 schools. After this exercise, you will have an informed and balanced college application list. That's a huge accomplishment. College is a match to be made, not a prize to be won. And by figuring out your wants and needs, building an initial list, and then narrowing that list to likely, target, and reach schools, you're doing the work to make that happen. So, what do you think? Let us know your questions and comments below. Next time, we'll talk about practical next steps you need to take to make your college match a reality now that you have a list of 6 to 10 schools to apply to. Don't forget that you can use My Options to build your balanced college list at myoptions.org. And be sure to follow or subscribe on our social channels at myoptions.org. That's it for this Friday. Catch you on future Fridays for more life after high school tips in under 5 minutes.